Hello and welcome back to Shelf to Screen, the series where I try and play all the games that I own and get them from shelf to screen. And yes, before we start, I am wearing a Christmas onesie. It's because I'm on my period, I've got cramps, I'm tired, and I just want to be comfy and cosy. It has been about a week since the first episode that I put up, which was my first ever YouTube video, so we're going for around 2 years, sticking with it, being persistent. If you've watched one and you've watched two, I don't believe it because nobody's watching, but if you have, hello, thank you. So yeah, it's been about a week and I suppose we better cover what I've played or what I've finished, because I have actually stuck to my word and managed to get things ticked off the list. So we will start with what I said we were going to play last time, which is Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. So I picked Shadow of Mordor because it was a bit of a lazy and an easy pick. I'd already played it once before, most of the way through, so I was like, to beat it, it's not that difficult, surely I can just keep going a wee bit further. I also love the Arkham game, so any game with Arkham combat's right up my street. So yeah, it was a bit of an easy pick. Arkham gameplay, really easy, short time to beat, about 15 hours it said, which I would say was about right, I think I took about then. And it was just an easy pick to get it ticked off the Steam library, ticked off the list, and say that's it, I don't have to go back to it. You know, it's not shelved to come back to and finish, it's just done. So that is what I did. Hello, it is Emily from the future here. I am having issues editing this video together. I've just sat and put a bunch of clips of Shadow of Mordor in there for gameplay while I speak about it, and none of them want to work because I've done them in the wrong format. But I figured out what's wrong, so next time we'll have clips and we'll have gameplay and all should be well. But for now, I reckon I'm just gonna cut a bunch of the stuff I was away to say out and we'll just skip to The Simpsons. So you can't see, but on my computer screen I've just pulled up my game log or my game notes, so when I'm playing I'll leave bullet points for myself of what I thought about it or what I was doing or what my plans were. I just find it helps me to come back to games and actually get games finished. But also it's good for making these videos, it's very helpful to be able to look and see what I was thinking and then be able to speak about it to you guys. So if we start, I started back on the 30th of October is when we started, a wee 10 to 8 in the evening moment. And looks like I was just enjoying it straight off the bat. It felt that Assassin's Creed itch, the combat was smooth and exciting. I like taking people's heads off, big stabs, great finishers, very satisfying, keeps me happy, keeps me wanting to play. So I thought I was about a quarter way through the game when I killed the hammer, and I thought I'd kind of establish the main gameplay loop. Turns out I was so wrong. I thought I was about a quarter of the way through, still had like big bosses to kill and everything. No, I think I was about almost there, about 3/4 of the way through by then, because by then it was kind of just a good few story missions, especially to do with that, the dwarf, the hunter guy, he was cool. Yeah, and then that was it, just took over all the captains, took over all the warlords, made them fight each other, which made my job really easy. Like once I could brand someone and that was it, it was quite simple. It was kind of just go there, start a fight, and I'll help yous to win. And then that's how I beat the game, really. I kind of finished it up in about a week, slightly over a week, 8 days. And that was it. One thing in this game that I did love and was very quality of life for me was automatic NPC following. So on a mission, when you were following someone, you could just leave it to it and it would just keep the right speed, keep you next to them. You didn't have to you weren't going too fast or you weren't going too slow or you weren't having to steer around them, which is a bit of a nightmare in the game I'm playing at the moment, which we'll get to at the end of the video. I would say the end of the game kind of was where it just fell a bit flat. The third last mission was a big drag, and I mean a big drag, literally you dragged this lady out of somewhere so far, so slow. The second last mission was just a bit of a pathetic fight. We killed some guy and did a bit of a... It wasn't that difficult, it was okay. I don't even remember it, that's how unmemorable it was and flat it was. And then the last mission, whole load of cutscenes, which I wasn't really that fussed about considering the story wasn't that good in the game, and I'm not a big Lord of the Rings person, but I got it. It seemed a bit silly that to find out at the end of the game the whole thing was pointless because your guy isn't actually stuck being attached to this ghost that he's been stuck with, or he's been told he's stuck with the whole game, and that the ghost could have let him go the whole time, but then they end up just like being like, oh, that doesn't matter, we still want to kill bad guys anyway, so we'll just pretend that you didn't lie to me and we'll just carry on. Bit pointless, but I get it, they've got to do the next game and you need the same protagonist, so they need to make up somehow. The next game that I finished off before making this video, well, finished, not beat, not complete, finished, I'm done, is The Simpsons Hit and Run, which, as you can see, this is my childhood copy, got the Game Station sticker still on there. I used to love going in 5 for a tenner, or sometimes you could get like 5 for 20 if there were like better games, worse games, but £3 for a game. You can't go into the shop now and buy £3 for a game like for a current gen. I don't know if this was current gen when I bought it. It might have been on like 360 PS3 and I was still on the PS2, but still, I do miss physical games and physical copies. So yeah, Game Station copy, sticker, still got my manual and everything, original. My disc isn't in the best shape. I've got another disc that's in even worse shape, but we try and keep it safe because £28 in CEX now for a copy of this. I seen it in the shop yesterday. It was Platinum Edition as well. 28 quid? Ridiculous! I bought this for £3. So of course I enjoyed the hit and run. Of course I enjoyed Hit and Run from a nostalgia perspective. It was so good to run around these levels that I used to run around when I was wee, being Homer and Bart and those levels that I knew really, really well, especially on foot, because I would just run around and, you know, make up stories in my head and pretend to be The Simpsons because I was little, and that was good fun. The nostalgia only brought it so far, and I'm glad it wasn't any longer, even though I did experience a lot of new stuff because I never made it past Bart as a kid, so playing like Lisa and Apu and Marge, new experience for me. It was really fun to see some of the quirks about them, and especially how Marge runs with her arms out, very strange. Seems to fit the last level though, a bit Frankenstein, but you know, that was all fun to experience the new bits, but the repetitiveness of the missions and the frustration this game gave me was kind of what brought it down. So as much as it was enjoyable with the nostalgia part and the Simpsons and the humour, I thought it was brilliant, I thought it was funny, it was like watching a Simpson episode, that was good, but traffic, oh my god, oncoming traffic was the bane of my existence, and then the car control for some of those cars is just abysmal, and then I don't know if playing on the PS2 made this worse, but like not being able to see very clearly made it impossible for me to drive sometimes. Like you'd be going so fast but you can't tell what is in front of you or what is coming. It just ends up being a mess where you just hit things and then you just have to try again and hit things and try again. So that really did not help lessen my frustration with the experience. So yeah, I got to it was the second end mission or the third end mission. I'd done it and done it and done it, and then I did it, like I did the objective, and it just timed out as your car was going up to the UFO. It just timed out and I lost the mission again, so I was fuming, but I did it again and again, and then I got to the very end one where they want you to drive that fucking World War II Jeep all the way to the power plant and then all the way back. Why? Why are the last 3 missions the same bit of road, the same bit of driving, just worse and worse cars every time? It just made it more and more annoying and frustrating to do, to the point where I sat for an hour trying to do that last mission, and I just said, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth my frustration. It's not worth me having such a bad time with this game. It's not worth me sitting ruining the rest of my night. I'm meant to be gaming for fun. This is a series for fun and not for punishment. So yeah, I gave up and watched the last cutscene on YouTube and have put that on the finished pile, and I'm quite happy to say I have played through The Simpsons Hit and Run. I've not beat it, but I've played through it and I'm happy to say I'm finished with it. So yeah, that's what I've played in the last week, which is quite a lot for me to be able to tick off 2 games in a week. It's usually a very, very slow process. So we'll see how progress continues, but game completion progress is going to slow down considering the next game I'm going to tell you that I'm playing, which is, drumroll please, I didn't put a drumroll sound effect in there, did I? Because I can't be fucked. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is my pick for my, I suppose, big winter game, because I wanted something that I could like do a lot of things in. I want to be able to just like chill out, hunt and fish, and then I can go do missions and stuff when I feel like it. I also had a very good excuse to play it because it was sitting, I need storage on my computer, I need space, and it's sitting there taking up over 100 gig of space on my hard drive, and it's sitting there unplayed, so I was like, you know what, get you finished and get you off the disc. Anyway, so yeah, I've owned Red Dead Redemption 2 since it came out on the PC. I've played a couple chapters and then for whatever reason couldn't play it and had to stop. So it's not like I didn't enjoy it, it just actually wasn't feasible for me to play it at that time. So we're going back to it. We're going to commit to it. I'm going to really take my time. I'm going to sit and I'm going to like feel the characters and the story a lot more than I have before. I'm hoping of a bit of maturity on my side will also help me kind of to appreciate the characters and the writing. I'm just really looking forward to it. I love open world games, role-playing games. I don't mind a Rockstar game. So we'll see how this goes and I will keep you up to date. But for now, let's just have a quick check of the game log or the game tracker before we go. So we can type in our new role. Very excited. Let's go with Red Redemption 2. This is on the PC. We have this on Rockstar Games. We are playing, and we will see how we go. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope to see you in the next one where I will have made some progress, either a good chunk of progress on Red Dead, or there's a good chance I'm going to pick up some little games in between now and the end of the year to play alongside Red Dead, and I'll keep you up to date on them. But until next time, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow along and watch my journey of completing things, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.